We grew up hearing Agape give presentations at our churches, and that was very impactful. So when we came to the point where we decided we wanted to adopt, we just kept coming back to Agape because we realized how much of an all-encompassing ministry it is.
One of the areas we knew we would be involved in ministry going into adoption, of course, was adopting a child. But that was, I guess, the expected. But the unexpected was getting to partner with Agape and ministering to the birth mother.
We send updates to both birth moms, and we stay in touch through emails, and the Agape caseworkers are so good to relay the messages back and forth, and so it's sweet. It's really sweet to see.
We get excited about those updates because it's neat to get to hear from her.
Yes.
And what she is excited to see in their growth. But the other thing that we were not expecting as far as ministry-wise, Agape would say, hey, there's this family that has been through something similar. And so we've ended up making connections with families that we would have never met before.
I've never heard Andrew or Lorianne gloss over adoption or paint it like it's this really easy pie-in-the-sky experience. They have always been honest and really challenged families to really embrace all of adoption, the good and the bad.
Agape during the wait was awesome. I feel like that's the area that I needed to grow in the most. And through that process for us, we'd hear like the possibility that one's gonna happen and then it didn't. And then we'd hear about the possibility and it didn't. And that waiting was something that was actually one of the greatest sources of development, I know for me, that I needed.
And they were just patient with our questions and frustrations and things that we were wondering, and very empathetic towards the way we felt.
One of the ways that I really have seen God work through our adoption is through the church. When we started the process to adopt Cam, it grows your faith in a lot of areas that you didn't even know it needed to be grown in. When we see our kids, we see a lot of families at Robertsdale that played a role by helping us in the body of Christ.
One of the ways we see life through adoption is in the richness that these children have added to our life, and the amazing ways that life has just grown through our connections with not only these children, but the birth families and the other family, adoptive families that we've come in contact with.
One of the things that we heard when we first called Agape is that you have Agape for life. They've been so good about giving us resources and encouragement, and that has been such a blessing. And that is, again, part of what I think sets Agape apart, that when they say you have Agape for life, they mean that. There's going to be future people that are in our shoes, that you are playing a role in a family's life. And not just their family, but a birth mom's family and other connecting families. So the role that you're playing and the role that you have in supporting Agape is something that's not just a blessing right now, but it's going to bless people in the future.
You can consider it a generational investment and something that's going to massively increase kingdom work for generations to come.